Welcome, folks. I am your host for today, FD, and you're watching Tetris Tuesday live on VTV, or live on VTV. Today is tournament number 14 of the Tetris Tuesday Madness, and we're gonna have an exciting tournament for everyone today. As usual, we have a lot of new faces today as well in today's tournament, as we can see. And if you want to see today's bracket, which is updated now, you can do ! bracket to get an early look at who's going to be competing today. And oh god, sorry about my throat, but yeah, who's going to be competing today and how the progress of the match will be going. But as a common courtesy to let people know about what we're doing, just tweet us out at Variety TTV using hashtag Tetris Tuesday to let people know about the madness, or you can retweet my tweet there, or retweet Variety TV's retweet of my tweet of Tetris Tuesday. But nonetheless, get your Twitter triggers out there, because today is going to be a very interesting tournament, very short perhaps, but nonetheless it's going to be an exciting one to watch. Now, like I said, before we go over today's tournament, oh, I was about to close the entry, but AlphaZipple is the last one to join. So AlphaZipple will get you in the tournament, as you will see there. And Modest Tomato is there as well. So we missed two entries. There. So if the bracket editor can put in Modest Tomato and AlphaZipple real quick as we go along, and I'll move on to explaining the tournament and how that all is going to work. But thank you very much to our bracketers, or our wonderful Tetris staff, being here every week to help us out with these things and help edit the brackets and keep us going at a steady pace. So give a lot of love to the Tetris staff here today, who are here every week to help us out and to make sure that things run smoothly. They're awesome people, and they do some great things for us as we compete every single week in today's tournament. So don't have a lot of people here today, but it's all good. Short tournaments can be nice sometimes to just kind of sit back and reflect as well. And thank you for the comments. But let me start also by welcoming everyone in the chat today. We got myself. We got a lot of APOC. I mean, not APOC. I mean VTV mods. I saw APOC in the chat, but welcome. But we have a lot of VTV mods here today, so I'm glad to see that. We got a lot of staff in general. We have Kippy, Paylord, and two of our newest staff, Modest and Eddie, also here today. Not only being Tetris staff, but in general VTV staff. So welcome once again to the crew. So one thing real quick I wanted to announce before we get to started with the tournament as well. Go and join the Discord, like Moobot says in the chat there. Check out the Discord to always check up with the Tetris Tuesday community and whatnot, and chat with us as well. But a lot of things going on this week, so I apologize about anything that may be coming late. But I want to give a few reminders before we get back into the tournament. If you're going to check the Discord as well, if you are on the Discord, check the announcements page to keep voting on the poll for our Smash Ultimate event every week. To vote on that poll, we are hosting a poll for Smash to see if the community of VTV wants to have a Smash event where all the people in VTV, all the wonderful community members, come together and play Smash. And on Twitch here, I'm not sure where it will be, but it is a poll for the host of Smash Ultimate to see if they want to do it or not. So make sure you respond to the poll. Keep checking on the announcements page and whatnot as well. a lot of things going on this week, so yeah, I'm a bit behind on some things, but we're still good to go. But also, let me just now let me go to back to the tournament now, since we have got that going. I believe Modest Tomato soon needs to be added onto the bracket here, so let's just make sure we can get that going real quick. So let me just see if Modest is on the bracket here today. It's the last player to join on there. So while the brackets are being edited, let's go ahead and move on into the official screen here. I'm gonna take the countdown down, as well as the poster as well. So let's head on into the Tetris tournament browser entries here. As you can see, I don't think these seedings are official yet, but our seedings are every week decided by the sprint times of each player. So they are seeded accordingly by their sprint time. So this is how we do it every single week. It's our newest system, so that means Modest should be in the 11th seed here. Once this gets updated here pretty soon, I just have to refresh a little bit, and there we go. So like I said, do exclamation mark bracket to look at today's bracket, tournament progress, and see how everything is going to go for today's tournament as well. But anyway, welcome folks, thank you all for coming in so far. I'm glad to see that you're all joining us, sweeping in as we get started here. We got Modest in the chat, Fizzle saying hello, and Voig as well, one of our newest competitors. Let's give a big round of applause for Voig for joining us in one of his very first Tetris Tuesday tournaments, one of his first Tetris tournaments as well, getting into the Tetris competitive scene. And I'm glad that that y'all decide to join, put your foot in the door as far as competitive Tetris coming into our tournaments. It is it's very humbling to see. I appreciate all the players and competitors coming out to make their debuts, but also to join us every week and get really competitive here. But let me just get something going real quick. So my bad folks, I'm still getting a few things set up since I came home a little bit late. But anyway, so let me just explain the tournament as we go along. It is a double elimination, as we usually do, and also it is a best of 3 tournament until the semifinals. Once we hit the semifinals, then the tournament matches have officially become best of 5 after that. So as you can see here, let's get things started now. Let's get that tournament hype going for today's tournament and for VTV Tetris Tuesday. Like I said, do exclamation mark bracket to look at who's going to be competing today. But for round 1, we're going to respect some of the time constraints of some of the players. So that means Hannah and Modest Tomato will be going first to face off in round number 1. So we're going to go from the bottom to top here in this order. So Hannah and Modest, then Fizzle, Mikami, Dal, Voig, and then Salubris and Sari is going to be coming up next. So this is quite an interesting round 1, as we can see here. So I wish you all best of luck in your respective matches. But let's go ahead and start the actual JS Tris room. My bad folks about that. I forgot to do that real quick. Like I said, something about getting started a little bit late. But we're going to make a room here real quick. It's going to be called the VTV Tournament Room. So for those of you in JS Tris right now, join VTV Tournament once I get this thing started. It's going to be a 2-player limit. And there we go. And I think they will increase the cap for spectator mode. Once I'm able to refresh this room here, it seems like I'm not able to go to my own room for some reason. So let me just set this up here for a second. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna have to refresh a little bit. Let's make the room here again. My bad about that, folks. It's gonna be called VTV Tournament. There we go. A 2-player limit, standard mode, as we know always. And once you are in a tournament, if you're not playing in that specific match, please do /spec to go to spectator mode. I'm going to set this to 200%, full screen, HQ, and stats. And Hannah and Voig, like I said, first match for round number 1, so it's going to be exciting match. As we can see, Voig is making... Actually, no, Hannah's not... Voig's not in the first match, I mean. Wait, hold on a second. Let's look at these brackets again real quick. hold on a second. We got Hannah and Modest Tomato. So Hannah and Modest are supposed to be up first. So here we go. And like I said, for each player you have in your matches, you have a chance to opt in for a warm-up, or you can choose to skip the warm-up for your matches. So be sure to check about that. And then once you start, it is a common courtesy, you know, put a little good luck, have fun in there to let us know that things with your match have got started, so we can get right into your match. So anyway, this is the first warm-up of the tournament, so good luck, have fun everyone. It's going to be great. We have Modest and Hannah coming up today. We don't see this matchup very often, but it's going to be exciting to see how these two fare out in round number 1. So all right, so let's look at these setups here. So it seems like Hannah's going to go for a nice little DT cannon. They're both going to go for similar setups, Hannah and Modest Tomato, but it seems like Hannah's going to be able to come up there first with a setup with a double T-spin and a Tetris coming in quite early into this match. That's a very great early game for Hannah going in right now, putting a lot of pressure onto Modest Tomato right now, as we can see. And there is a top out immediately right there coming in from Hannah's strong opener. That DT cannon right there really set up Hannah for a great move there, not being able to give Modest a strong chance to counterplay and downstack from the garbage. But it seems like there is a bit of a misdrop there from Hannah, but nonetheless still going to be able to go in with a triple T-spin and a double followed by that. Modest putting a lot of pressure also on Hannah as well. But Hannah is able to get to the downstack a little bit quicker. Now Modest is in danger of topping out here again. Needs to get a few Tetrises in from these single wells that the garbage is giving Modest. So Modest is going to clear through that pretty easily, and that's going to be a good counterplay going into Hannah's. Now it seems like Modest has a more of a clean playing field versus Hannah right now. Both players with a lot of very similar playing styles, going for those T-spin triples as well. But it seems like in these matchups, Hannah's able to get there a little bit quicker, as we can see. Hannah with a bit of a advantage right now with that playing field being a little bit lower. The grid is very clean right now on Hannah's side, but now Modest is able to still apply some pressure from the down stack, coming back on Hannah. Now both players kind of neck and neck, as we can see right now. Hannah putting on a lot of pressure once again, threatening a top out here for Modest, but Modest is not going to let that happen like the first match here. So still a very consistent match coming in for Modest, but now Modest might be doing a bit of a mess drop there with the SP, so that's going to be the top out there, 2-0. First round win for Hannah, coming in for a 2-0 lead, a very convincing lead. GG for Hannah, and that's going to be moving Hannah on into round number 2 to face off versus Corona. So let's wait for the bracket editors to edit that. And like I said, do exclamation mark bracket to see who's competing right now and how the progress is going. But as we can see, that means Hannah's going to go up for a nice 2-0, moving on into round number 2. And like I said, once you hit to the once you go to the lower brackets, make sure you play out that match and report the scores to us. So you're gonna have to play your match separately once you enter the lower brackets to get going there and help the tournament run a little bit more smoothly. But anyway, next is going to be Fizzle versus Mikami, the next match in round number 1. So let's go ahead and get back into the Tetris browser to see if Fizzle and Mikami are going to be ready to play. Let me also turn up the music for you folks real quick if it's not a little bit loud enough. So let me know if the music is if it gets too loud or anything like that, so I can try to accommodate a little bit. We're still waiting for Fizzle and Mikami to join in to this room so we can get this started. Once we do, we'll be set and good to go. But anyway, second match, Fizzle versus Mikami. It's also going to be a very interesting match. Mikami is a player that we don't see very often with us in Tetris Tuesdays. Actually, I wouldn't say this is a debut, but probably the second or third match, or second or third tournament for Mikami. So still a relatively new player getting back into the Tetris Tuesday scene. So it's good to see that as well. Siri is not in this next match, so once Siri can swap out for Mikami there, or Mikami can swap in for Siri real quick. But Fizzle was also a very heavily veteran player a long-term veteran player that we've seen in the Tuesday tournaments, always kind of improving every week, changing and adapting with the setup. So Fizzle, one of the players that has that good variety to his step as well, and we kind of see that every week as Fizzle improves. Kind of not so easy to always predict, but I think they're both going to opt in for the warm-up. So let's go ahead and see how this is going. So they are going to both be warming up. It seems like that seemed like it was going to almost be a PC there. We see Fizzle, in this matchup, maybe going for fractals once the match gets underway. So I haven't seen Fizzle do a lot of those, actually probably a few times, but it seems to be working out as a nice strategy for him. So this may be something that we see in this next match coming up. The warm-up is over now, so let's see how this is going to be played out. And sorry about the noises in the background if y'all hear that, but here we go. BO3, like I said, it is always a BO3, but good luck, have fun to both Fizzle and Me coming into the next match. Alright, so there goes Fizzle and Me both with a PC clear as we started on the match with the great openers, but Fizzle applying a bit more pressure early on, getting to the combos a little bit faster, finding his way there. Me though is able to downstack and counterplay this pretty quickly. Fizzle's in some pressure now coming in from Me. There goes 2 mess drops there from the SP, so that's going to be costly for Fizzle, costing the first match, Me up 1-0 in this first round series. A great counterplay there from Me, punishing that mistake and capitalizing on the moment there, both with very, very similar playing styles, as we can see in these matchups we have seen so far. Both players, regardless, have been using very similar playing styles and strategies to face against each other. It seems like Fizzle now going for that little dot. It seemed like that would have been a T-spin triple there, but it is working out pretty well for Fizzle, putting a lot of pressure on Me. That might be a comeback from that round. It is a 1-1 tied series now. Let's see who's going to take this one. Who's going to take this round first? Fizzle with a bit of a misdrop there, probably from the IP, so he's going to have to manage to sacrifice that one line, but actually that did work. That worked out in his favor, actually, to set up the overhang and the 3-piece there for that T-spin, and that's going to be a huge advantage there for Fizzle coming into that combo, setting up that T-spin double and putting some pressure back onto Me. It seems like the lines are not sending for some reason, but that also could be Me clearing off a lot faster. Give me a second, folks. There's a lot of noise in the background. I got to check out what's going on. Okay, so we're gonna go. Sorry about that, folks, but here we go, back to the match. Both players kind of neck and neck. The series is tied right now, so there is a little bit at stake to see how this match is going to play out. A little bit probably of a misdrop there from Me, but still able to manage that down stack and come in very cleanly. But there is some dirty garbage there for Me to burn through and clean up. Fizzle with a lot of map pressure right now on Me. There goes a quick Tetris and a T-spin double there going on to Me as well. Me now able to get that T-spin in to send the lines from the T-spin double, and there goes a 2-1 series lead. GG for Fizzle. Some great pressure at the end, punishing the mistake there, capitalizing on that moment. Fizzle moving on to round number 2 in the winner's bracket. Let's go ahead and take a look at the updated bracket here, and it seems like our Tetris staff are doing an amazing job of keeping things steady and going very smooth as well. But now we're gonna move on to the next match. Dow versus Voig up next in round number 1. So Dow and Voig are going to be up next, the 5th versus 12th seed in round number 1. So it seems like this is going to be a debut for Voig here. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this goes. Sorry about that poster there, but are they going to go with the warm-up or not? Let's see. So Voig is yeah, so Voig, I think we're waiting to see if Voig wants to do the warm-up or not. They're getting set up. I do recommend once you join the match to mute the stream, because we don't want the stream to distract you during your match there, and also lag you out. So waiting to see if Voig wants to warm up or not. it seems like Void may be AFK, so we're gonna wait a little bit and see what's going on with that. All right, so both players are gonna go for the warm-up. Like I said, this is Void's debut. Delicious is still going to be going for his classic T-spin, DT cannon there, as he usually does. Delicious is widely known for those openers coming in with those cannons at the start, so that might be a big advantage with that playstyle and that setup. But it seems like Delicious is not going to go for that setup, saving the big guns for later. It's going to be a nice a very clean opener, nothing too complex. He doesn't want to set anything up that's too much, or too complex of a move there. It seems like Delicious is testing the skill set of Void of his opponent right now, but it seems like he's gonna do just that with the simple T-spin double setups there. It seems like that might be going in. There goes the DT cannon right there. Now he's pulling out the big guns, and with that T-spin triple, it's going to be putting on a lot of pressure on the Void early on. Another T-spin triple there coming in from Delicious into a double T-spin, and that's going to be a 2-0 easy series lead. With that went GG for Delicious. Moving on to round number 2 as well. So let's check the brackets here again. A nice match there for Del, showcasing a very clean match, just sticking to a conservative playing style and then going into that aggressive mode in match number 2 to take home that win and move on into the round number 2 of the winners bracket. So next up we have Salubris and Siri coming up next with the 8th and 9th seed. So Salubris and Siri coming up next. Let's see how this match goes up. Probably one of the closest in sprint times and closest in seeds. So maybe a close match that we'll kind of see coming up here next. So it seems like they are going for the warm-up right now. Now Siri is someone that has joined us before. I believe we've only kind of seen him once or twice, so it won't be so easy to predict what the playstyle will be. But it seems like Siri going for some quick T-spin triples there. Thank you, Legion Fire, for the follow. Thank you for joining us also in Tetris Tuesday tournament number 14. We appreciate you there. And the VTV hype train does show a lot of love to you, so make sure you check the Discord when you get a chance, Legion. But thank you so much for joining today's tournament. And yeah, anyway, back to the match now. The warm-up is not over. It seems like Siri that seemed like a piece to me, but I don't think it was quite there. Just some things on my screen seem different than what goes on in real time in the actual match. But it seems like this is going to be quite a close match. Siri's looking for the moment to apply a lot of pressure. There goes the nice triple followed by a T-spin double there from Siri. Siri bought a flat earth. It seems like both players kind of neck and neck, but Siri's able to apply a little bit more pressure on the Salubris. Salubris, though, is really trying to hammer this down, and there goes some more pressure to coming in quicker from Salubris, and that speed is going to play a key role in that first round to take home that win. I want to know, so it seems like Salubris is leading the series right now versus Siri, and Siri's still trying to find that combo, trying to find the right setup, so to go clear this out and put Salubris under a lot of pressure. But it seems like Salubris is doing too good of a job with that down stacking, and it seems like the garbage is not really going to bother him too much. Salubris now setting up for a nice T-spin double followed by a Tetris draw in the middle of the grid, and that's going to be putting on a lot more pressure on a Siri, almost forcing a top out here pretty soon. But Siri's able to offset a little bit of that damage with some combos of his own. Siri's still under some pressure here now, applying the pressure with that counter play from the down stack back onto Salubris. It seems like now Salubris is under a little bit more pressure. Siri with the cleaner playing field, but Salubris is able to turn that back around with a nice T-spin double and the Tetris there to set off the match. And there goes a 2-0 series win there for Salubris. GG. And that's going to be a move on to round number 2. The last match of round number 1 coming in clean for Salubris, and that last stack coming in at the last few seconds there, played Slubris really well. I think he was waiting for that combo and that moment. Once he was able to pressure Siri just enough to bring in an easy top out and force that for round number 2. So there we have it. Round number 2. Yeah, we're gonna go backwards order to accommodate for some of the time constraints there. But there, like I said, once you go to the lower brackets and your match is set, make sure that you play out this match and report your score. So the people who lose the matches for round number 2, you're gonna be moving on to this bracket here. So make sure you play your match, report your scores to us, so we have a good idea of how things are going. But anyway, Corona versus Hannah is coming up next for the first match of round number 2. Let's go ahead and set this up. So round number 2, here we go. Corona versus Hannah coming up first. Going to be an interesting matchup, as we can see. Corona making some very strong placements, and oh, Livitz is not in the tournament, so we're gonna have to probably kick him if he cannot leave the room there. So Livitz, Livit, we're doing a tournament. Hold on a second. A bit of technical difficulties coming in. Seems like Livitz does not know that we are doing a tournament right now, even though the room says VTV tournament. But Livit, if you're here as well, could you please go into the spectator mode so we can run the tournament smoothly? Otherwise, we will unfortunately have to kick you out of the room, though we do not want to so we're waiting on Livit to see what's going on here, but we're gonna have to move on with this tournament. So let's we're gonna have to unfortunately kick Livit out. And now Hannah and Corona coming up next in this matchup. So get ready, folks, because it's going to be an interesting match, as we can see coming up here. When does DNA play? Hold on a second, folks. DNA is playing... Oh, last here. Okay. Is DNA Explo? I'm looking. DNA asked if one of these playing, but let's go to the match now. My bad, folks. Corona Hannah, they're gonna go for the warm up. So I'm not sure if DNA is in here, but he asked when his match is up. But if you're in the Twitch chat right now, Expo, just go ahead and do exclamation mark bracket. I recommend you check the Twitch stream to stay up to date with when things are happening with all that stuff. But anyway. So now we're gonna go into the actual match. Good luck, have fun to both. The warm up is now over, so let's go and move to the official match here for Corona versus Hannah, the very first match of round number 2. Let's see how this is gonna play out, and see how round number 2 will be kicking off here. All right, so as we can see, Hannah's going to come up there first, sending up a quick 2 T-spin, just a T-spin triple there with the cannon, and it seems like that might be a top out there coming in for her. Oh, there goes a glitch in the map. Though it seems like Corona is still in the match right now. We do have a little bit of a glitch there from the desync, unfortunately, but it seems like the match is underway. So unfortunately, we cannot really make much commentary on Corona's end. We're just gonna look at Hannah. As we can see, Hannah's under a lot of pressure, but it seems like Corona is able to pull through with the match there, despite the desync. It seems like Corona had a bit of a visual advantage, taking a disadvantage and making it an advantage of his own as well. But it seems like report Corona for hacking. But there goes a 1-0 series lead there for Corona in this matchup. We see kind of a I think that was a T-spin triple setup that Hannah was trying to go up with, but it seemed like they didn't go off too well. Probably a bit of a misdrop there. Corona just going in easy with that setup, and there goes a misdrop there from Hannah once again, and Corona is going to move on 2-0 with that series sweep, moving on to round number 3, taking a very convincing lead. Unless y'all want to replay that, because it seems there was a kind of controversy on the field. The first match, they want to replay the first match, it seems like. So let's there's a flag on the play, folks. It seems like the desync was not too people were not too fond of the desync there, so the first match might be replayed. Let's see if that happens. It seems like they're not going to replay the first match. They're not coming back in, so I guess we're going to have to count that. But despite that, desync does not decrease the ability. Oh, never mind. All right, so I guess we're gonna replay the first match. So here we go. Apparently there is not a rematch, just a rematch of the first match, because the second match counted since it was not a visual glitch. Unless it counts the whole match, but whatever. We'll just allow the rematch as a whole since both players agreed to the rematch there. So. Back to the match here, as we can see, Hannah with a visual mess drop, as well as Corona. Both players kind of misdropping there a little bit, but Corona applying a little bit more pressure on Hannah's end. As we can see, Corona sitting up for that matchup there. I'm not sure if they want to do a rematch or a rematch of the first match, but the second match counted since it was not a visual glitch. I don't know if the visual glitch still exists, even though you can both see what they're clearly doing. But Corona putting on a lot of pressure on Hannah right now with some simple T-spin double and a Tetris sit-ups. As we can see, Hannah topping out there, and there goes another match coming in for Corona. Well played to both, but I'm not sure if they going to replay both matches or not. Okay, so that is okay, so they only had to play the first one, so that's GG. That means Corona moves on into single core server confirmed. But yeah, we do have those, issues sometimes where we have desyncs or some certain glitches and whatnot, visual glitches or things like that happen. But we try to accommodate for that. It is what it is. We just move on and keep the tournament going smoothly. But Corona's going to move on 2-0 in that matchup. So that means Mystery and Fizzle will be playing up next here for round number 2. So Hannah and Siri, make sure you both play up your match and report those scores as soon as you can, please. So get into a separate room once you can. Do that as well. If you want to look at today's bracket and stay up to date, just do !bracket and it'll send you right over there, so you can watch real time as the bracket is being edited and updated. So Mystery and Fizzle are going to be coming up next for this match here. Another very interesting matchup. We have seen both improvements coming in a lot from both players in this tournament series. So it's going to be interesting to see what they're both going to pull into the table this week in this match. It seems like Mystery and Fizzle both going for that warm-up, as we can see. So it'll be quite an interesting matchup, as we can see from this warm-up. We can't really tell too much about what they're doing. I don't think they're going to really pull out the big guns or strategies coming in for that warm-up, as we can see. So they're probably hiding it for the official match as to what they're going to be doing, or what we can kind of expect to see from both of their matches. But now, there we go. The warm-up is over now. So good luck, have fun to both. Let me just blow my nose here as we go along, and I'll be right back. Hold on. see the nice opener from both, but there is a bit of a misshot coming in from Fizzle's side. Fizzle's entered the of the grid, but Fizzle is able to go ahead and make a clean down stack and counterplay through that, burning through the garbage well enough, taking some pressure back into Mystery's side. But it seems like Mystery, though, able to put back some more pressure with those just quick Tetrises, and that's going to be a top out there. 1-0 for Mystery, and they immediately move on to the second match. Mystery coming into his combos a little bit quicker there, and he's going for a quick Tetris, as we can see, setting up the overhang for another T-spin, but he's going to opt in for a triple instead of that. Going to look for the down stack combos instead of opting in for that T-spin, but it seems like Mystery is under some pressure once again right now. Looking for a clean chance to down stack through these combos. I'm sorry, through this garbage right now, and clean and burn through the garbage. It seems like Mystery's setting up the overhang again for another T-spin double, and there goes a quick top out there again for Fizzle. Mystery setting up a lot of quick pressure back and forth, being very aggressive with those tiny combos back and forth. And now that means Mystery is going to go ahead, move on to round number 3. So there we go. Let's go ahead and look at the brackets here once again for the tournament browser. Fizzle and Voig will be playing in the lower brackets. Make sure you also report your scores to us in the Discord chat. But now Affazipple and Delicious will be coming up next. This is a very interesting match as well from both of these players, as we can see. Both kind of having some very similar play styles, as we can see. Affazipple known for the T-spin triples coming into the down stack combo, and Dow with the cannon setups, as we can see. So both very close in seeding, not only seeding but also in their play styles. So it might be a close match that we can see coming up, or maybe they'll kind of pull something off that is that has a little bit more variety, or that they can adapt to in their skill set. As we can see, both players as you might see, kind of just kind of make a little prediction here. I can't really say much of it, but you'll kind of see a little bit of play styles coming in that are very similar from both Delicious and Affazipple. So it will be coming down in this match to who gets to the combo quicker, and also who can pull more tools out of their bag, out of their skill set coming in. Because even the warm up itself, seems to be coming in a little bit close here as well. So this is going to be an interesting match for this one. And I say this is also a potential semifinal matchup that we might see, a semifinal or quarterfinal matchup coming in to the future that we will see here soon. So I cannot wait to see how that turns up and how that plays out, because it is going to come down to a matter of speed, timing, and also just who is able to set up the that same combo a bit quicker, but also who can set up more variety in their combos, as we'll be able to see. And now Delicious, it seems like, with setting up quite a wide well, looks like it was a 4-wide or a 3-wide well there on the right side of the grid, kind of testing out some theories, and not theories, but also some techniques there, or strategies that he might be using to counterplay here. But even this is a very long warm up, as we can see, so you can just imagine how long the match itself will be dragging out here, as we can see. So just gonna come down to basically who's gonna at the end of the day avoid those mistakes, and also who's able to capitalize on those bigger moments. So here we go. This is going to be an intense match. Affazipple and Delicious, both similar playing styles, as we can see, both setting up the same sort of setup. As we can see, Delicious is going to go to that, going for that DT cannon first, but Affazipple actually going to instead counterplay with a huge downstack combo onto Delicious right now, putting on a bit of pressure here onto the Delicious at the moment. As we can see, now Delicious in a bit of danger here from Affazipple at the moment. Affazipple setting up another T-spin triple there, and there goes the triple there from the T-spin, and Affazipple still managing to get a very nice rhythm going with the down stack combos versus Delicious, but now Delicious is in a nice position to go and counter play, and there goes a huge stack, a huge spike coming in from Delicious from those from both of those Tetrises coming along his way, and there goes another it looked like it was he was trying to set up that T-spin triple but didn't go underway too well. That could have been a misdrop there. Another misdrop there from Delicious, going to cause some match. Another misdrop there from Delicious, and that's going to be some danger of topping out here soon. He is under some threat there. Now Fizzle going to be able to punish that mistake, capitalize on the moment there, and take the 1-0 series lead versus Delicious. And now it seems like Delicious coming in back strong in the second match after that first match loss in the series with that strong DT cannon setup once again. So now Delicious really putting a lot of pressure, almost forcing Alpha Zippo to top out there. As you can see, there is also a misdrop there, 2 misdrops in a row from the L and the S piece, but Alpha Zippo makes a miraculous comeback there, reversing that play and making a 2-0 series win. GG for Alpha Zippo, coming in with that reversal from the last in danger of topping out at the last moment. Very clutch playstyle that we can see for Alpha Zippo. Like I said, it's going to be coming down to who can punish the mistakes and capitalize on the moments a little bit bigger, both having very similar playstyles. So it seems like there is some cheers for Alpha Zippo. They are calling the German power chants. Alpha Zippo's fans are really blowing away. And also I want to say thank you for the follow, DNA. I forgot to mention that earlier. Thank you very much for the follow and joining us for Tetris Tuesday live on VTV. But now we have DNA, which is Explo versus Slubris coming up next. So let's go and look at the tournament browser. So round number 2, the last match of round number 2 is going to be Explo versus Slubris. So make sure you join the lobby. Fizzle, Voig, and then Hannah and Siri will be playing in next. Make sure that you all report your scores, as well as Dal and Make Me. You will all be coming up here next. But Explo and Slubris now seems to be the last match of round number 2. So as it's going along, let's check for some reported scores. It seems like Siri is going to win that 2-0 matchup there. So Voyage. Oh, it's Voyage, my bad. So it is Voyage, my bad though. So I said his name wrong, but so Siri's gonna go for that 2-0 lead there in this matchup. So we usually do not see Hannah going down in the first round or the lower brackets first round. So Siri must have put on, quite a show there, making the upset in the first round there. So just huge props there to Siri, taking out a strong competitor in the first round as well. It is quite an interesting tournament. Looks like it's going to be coming up to be a very dangerous lower bracket, as we can see coming after round number 2. But let's go back to the Tetris browser here. So waiting on Slubris and Explo to come up next here in this room. So make sure Slubris and Explo that you both come out not well. I forgot to make okay, there we go. So let's see, there is also another score being reported, I believe. Fizzle versus Void was another reported score, but I forgot to see what they reported. So Fizzle is also a 2-0. Please report the scores in the Discord chat so we can see that more clearly. But now we see I'm gonna go back into this other thing here, but please Explo or DNA, somebody please ping DNA to make sure that that he joins the room as soon as he can. Otherwise we'll have to disqualify. We do not like to disqualify players, but please make sure that DNA shows up to the match versus Libris so we can get this tournament going and keep things running smoothly. But anyway, let's update the brackets here a little bit. It seems like Fizzle took off that 2-0 match there versus Voig, but still well played, Voig. Voyage, I mean, sorry, I keep saying your name wrong. I feel like Garble now, but anyway, well played there. It's first tournaments are always going to be quite an experience. So glad that you were able to join us and make the debut and be here every week. So stay tuned for those matches, and we're we're glad that, you know, everyone here who is also new is able to make their debuts. Explo, shout out to him as well, is making his debut as well in the Tetris Tuesday tournament. But please, sorry, Explo, please join us in the room here. You have 1 more minute left before we are forced to disqualify, but we do not want to do that. So once Expo or, you know, DNA can join the room versus Salubris, that will be good to see there. Now DNA said he was ready. It was up there, so we're kind of waiting a little bit, but so I'm just checking this for a little bit. Somebody please ping DNA. We need to have DNA in the room here. Let me just let's see. We are still waiting for Mr. DNA to join the room. Explo, could you please join? We do not want to disqualify anyone in the tournament here today. So Fizzle is 2-1 versus Siri. Let's go and report that score real quick. So Fizzle is 2-1 versus Siri, right? Is that what it said? Hold on. All right, yeah. So 2-1. Fizzle making a very strong statement in the bracket here right now as well. So we have some scores being reported. DNA, you gotta go and join the room, please. Dow 2-1 versus Mikmi is the next score reported in the lower brackets as well. Okay, so unfortunately we may have to disqualify Expo here. Well, I guess we'll see. Don't want to have to do that. Really don't want to have to do that. But until then, I'll give DNA a few more minutes to join while we go to the round number 3 match versus Mystery and Corona. So DNA, please join the match here. I'm not sure where DNA went. It seems like they must have disappeared into the abyss. I mean, Voyage. I mean, sorry, it's Voyage. I keep saying the name wrong as well, but okay. Well, unfortunately, I don't know. I can't do much more. Unfortunately, we'll have to probably DQ. But we'll see. I don't know. I'll be a little bit lenient. We're gonna have to go with round number 3, Mystery versus Corona, coming up next. If Void does, I'm sorry, if Expo doesn't show up after this round, we're gonna have to DQ. We're gonna have to DQ, unfortunately. But round number 3 is gonna be coming up next now. Let's go and start with Mystery versus Corona. Let's play this matchup real quick. But we're gonna have to seriously we're gonna have to seriously go with you know, this match coming up soon. So please ping Explo or DNA, message him if you can, let him know that we need to have him in the match here, because I'd hate to have to DQ somebody in their before they even play their first match. So now we have Mystery and Corona coming up next in round number 3. So the room is now set to go. So Mystery and Corona. So now Corona is going to be ready to go. Like I said, to look at today's brackets, make sure you do ! bracket to go ahead and put things up. So it looks like Mystery and Corona are going to be going for that warm-up. This is the last match, or I mean the last bit of allotted time we will allow until we have to just automatically DQ any players. But it seems like there goes the warm-up now. Mystery versus Corona coming up here. From the warm-up here, as we can see, Corona still might be coming in strong with those triple T-spin setups there, with those specific combos. So we'll kind of see how this opener will be set up. I'm actually going to go first for the going to go to the opener first. So Corona does not have a chance to set up anything too strong here, but still now Mystery going to be putting a lot of pressure on Corona. Mystery's heading up quite some danger right now, but Corona going to be able to downstack and do a quick replay. There goes a misdrop there, huge misdrop there from the eyepiece from Mystery, and now going to have to be forced to also misplace the O-piece to allow some more room to set up a combo and clear through the garbage. But it seems like there was another misdrop there from Corona. Both misdrops coming in from both players, left and right, and now Corona's going to have to be forced to do some digging and burn through this garbage right now and set up another, set up the playing field once again. But Corona's able to do that quickly. Mystery not able to punish that. Punish through that play, not able to capitalize, but still able to put on some pressure there from the time that it was bought. So Mystery is going to go ahead with a nice 1-0 series lead. Now, Mystery sitting in the pressure early from the opener, that the opening strategy that he used there. Mystery still sitting off a quick T-spin double there, though Corona able to counterplay a little bit from the down stack combo, and now Mystery under a little bit of pressure there, putting the pressure back into Corona. Going to be looking for no misdrops this round if they're going to stay in the match. It seems like just very close, but it comes down to these misdrops and who's going to be able to handle them a lot better. Corona putting a lot of pressure on a Mystery, but now Mystery though is able to still continue this down stack montage, as we can see, burning through the garbage quickly enough. Corona not able to capitalize well enough on that moment, but now Corona having some pressure back on himself there with that 2 stack there. Corona going to be tying the series 1-1 versus Mystery. So now this is a close series. We have quite a game here now. Corona just keeping a nice low even playing field, but now Mystery with a huge spike there, down stacking from the Tetrises there, and also the T-spin triple there earlier on. But Mystery with 2 Tetrises in a row, not being able to put on a lot of pressure on the Corona though, but still from these down stack combos, though it is still putting on quite a bit of pressure, forcing Corona to have to play through this through a counterplay method. But now Mystery though putting a lot of pressure consistently on a Corona's end of the grid here. It seems like a clear playing field, a more even clean playing field for Mystery, down stacking through this very efficiently versus Corona, putting on a lot of pressure here, setting up that overhang for another T-spin double. So it seems like Mystery may be in a better position right now to set up a nice some huge pressure and a lot of garbage sent out of Corona. But it seems like Corona though not able to be taken out so clearly from those down stack combos. Both players doing a great job of down stacking and burning the garbage there quickly enough. But now Mystery going to apply the pressure once again onto Corona, but Mystery needs to capitalize on this moment unless Corona wants to go ahead and set up a nice down stack combo there. Corona with the Tetris into T-spin double, not going to be enough to take to put a lot of pressure on a Mystery or send enough lines there. But Mystery though is in a bit of pressure here from Corona. Corona with a low playing field right now, a clear field, but that's going to be a lot more pressure. Mystery is going to be almost forced to top out there, and there goes the top out coming in from Corona, sitting in 103 lines. I'm sorry, 113 lines, and there goes the 2-1 GG match for Corona. Moving on to the semifinals. So wait, hold on. Who won the match again? Oh yeah, Corona. So Corona taking a convincing lead, and my Osu is coming up now. And Explo. Now Explo shows up. There we go. Almost on the brink of elimination. We're glad to see you here as well, Explo, because I would not like to have liked to disqualify anyone, but it seems like Corona coming in with a convincing lead to the semifinals. But like I said, do exclamation mark bracket to check with the tournament progress. So now the loser of this round will be facing off against Dow to coming into the lower bracket round number 3. But anyway, Expo and Slubris is going to be coming up next in round number 2. So let's go ahead and try to get this match going again quickly. So let's see if they're going to go for a warm up or not. So Slubris is AFK. Rest in peace, my DQ. Yeah, that surprise Osu can be a bit tricky sometimes. Okay, so we need to get this warm up done quickly, please. I'm not sure why there's an AFK. Both players are AFK right now, except for Expo. Expo is trying to eat that food. So let's get this warm up done as quickly as we can here. I don't like to pressure anyone, so you know, I'm only saying it, you know, get done quickly because Expo needs to go and eat his food and make sure that the food is not cold. So this is a debut match, a debut tournament here for Expo. So Expo is also another Tetris mod. I didn't know he was a Tetris staff, so that's actually quite cool to see that we have all the Tetris staff participating in the tournament now. At this point, it's great to see. Expo well known in the Tetris community as well. So, you know, good to see that we have a backing from the community itself of Tetris in the tournaments here. We have a lot of the Tetris mods just kind of participating and watching, and you know, we're supporting the Tetris community and site by you know, using our tournament platform on the Tetris site. So, just glad to see that, you know, both communities can come together and you know, watch and support each other. So it's awesome to see that. But anyway. Good luck, have fun. My bad, I kind of missed most of the tournament there, but most of this first match. But it seems like Expo is able to apply a bit more pressure from those down stack combos coming in from Slubris. So Expo is going to take that 1-0 lead here in this match. Expo with a bit of a misdrop though versus Slubris. Slubris can take advantage of this and put a lot more pressure from the garbage that he sent towards Expo, but it seems like Expo with a huge down stack combo burning through that garbage very cleanly right now, setting up for another quick T-spin double play. As we can see, putting some more pressure on Slubris. Both players kind of neck and neck, but Expo is putting away with a cleaner playing field right now. Slubris with a slight misdrop there, but able to down stack right through that and clean that mistake up pretty well. Both players kind of even, but Slubris with another misshot from the Z piece there that might cost him a little bit unless Slubris is able to clean through that you know, pretty quickly. But now Expo with that 2-0 series lead. There goes a GG from Expo, winning that series, moving on into the semifinals. So in the debut match, able to take home that first match, winning on that series handedly with a nice 2-0 sweep there. Let's go and look at the tournament browser here. Yeah, let's look at the browser. So that means Expo and Affizipple will be facing off in round number 3, but also make sure that oh sorry, the loser of Expo and Affizipple will be playing Dow. So make sure that whoever loses that plays Dow, and then y'all play this match here as well. So let's try to get that done when we can quickly as well, so we can make sure. Oh wait, no, Slubris and Modest Tomato, my bad. Hold on a second. Stop right there for a second, folks. Hold on. This is what happens when we hold up the round number 2. We have not even played round number 1 yet. My bad, folks. So that means y'all need to get that match done as soon as you can. Slubris and Modest. Let's try to get that match done and then go to the down match, then mystery. But we're gonna go back to the Affizipple versus Expo. So let's go into the browser here once again. But you know, like I said, you can go to exclamation mark bracket to see you He's gonna be playing up next and all that stuff, and keep us up to date. But Salubris and Modest Tomato, make sure you play as quickly as possible. So you know, the winner of that will be playing Dow. The winner of that match will be playing Mystery as well. And the winner of the match versus Mystery goes on to the quarterfinals. So anyway, Expo, we're gonna need you to go back into the room, please, so you can play the next match. Okay, well, Explo, buddy, we're gonna need you to join here on this next match if we can. But while that happens, please play out the matches. Salubris versus Modest in that. So did Expo leave? Like, and do you leave the tournament in general, or? All right. Well, if Expo wants to, okay, so he's gonna eat his food. All right. So I guess we'll take a little bit of a break. We'll wait for Expo to eat the food and whatnot. But I guess we can take this moment to, you know, do a little bit of a break there and go back to these brackets to see what is going down. So Salubris and Modest, please play that matchup as quickly as you can, so we can go back, report those scores, and see how that ends up playing out there. Once again, Salubris and Modest Tomato. But I guess we can talk a little bit about, you know, some of the things that are going on early on in VTV. I mean, later on in VTV that we're working on this month. As you know, folks, we have a huge event coming up that I won't really speak much about yet, but is one of our huge events every 6 months that we have coming up. So it's going to be for a charity live stream. Huge event coming in for VTV, where the entire community comes together. Not just the Tetris community, but I mean like the VTV casters and the community members all together coming in for this huge event. It will be coming in July, so stay tuned for those announcements there. We have the website going to be announced here soon. I know it's been a long time, but we have the website published and everything, but I haven't been able to announce it yet because I kind of don't want to, because, you know, we can announce it and, you know, still edit things as we go along, but for me, I like to take a little bit last second to look at some things. But there's an announcement for that coming on. And also make sure, if you're also new to the community, make sure you follow us on Twitter and the Instagram page. And if you're gonna check out the Twitter, make sure you tweet us out using hashtag Tetris Tuesday at Variety TTV. And also on the Discord, we have another event coming up, another weekly event that we want to get started, which is the Smash Ultimate events, or the Smash events. For those of you who don't play Smash, or those of you who do play Smash, either way, I recommend you go check it out. Vote on the poll, please, in the Discord server. It's going to be the announcements_events text channel, and you'll see a poll up there in the announcements page for the newest poll to see if y'all want to see a Smash event every week here on this channel, or if you want to pass on it. And it's very important because the host of those events does want to see, you know, if they should do it. But the only way to understand, or I guess to have an idea of whether or not they should host those events, is if you folks vote in the poll. So I urge you folks, please vote in that poll as we go along. So Salubris and Modest Tomato. Salubris comes in with a 2-0 versus Modest Tomato. But now Dal and Salubris will be playing up next in this next match. So make sure you go ahead and report that score. So Dal and Salubris, make sure you please play that match, report the score, so you can go up next versus Mystery. But if Expo does not come back by the time we are done with the match versus Mystery, then unfortunately we will have to go back and probably DQ Explode, but we don't want to go ahead and do that. Unfortunately, that'll be a little bit too harsh. But anyway, Dal and Salubris, they're gonna be playing up next here in their own respective rooms. Oh, okay, so that's good. Expo's here. I didn't know. Sorry, I can't see who's in the chat because I got so many things going on sometimes. So I usually really don't check who's in the chat room. So I apologize there, but just kind of a reminder. Oh, okay. So if he's in the JSS room, let's go and oh. They're in the room. Nobody told me that. GG. Oh boy. Here goes the match. I think this is the first round matchup. The warm-up is now over. It seems like Expo centered some pressure right now versus Affazipple. Let's see if Affazipple's going to go for that quick T-spin triple setup versus Expo. We have not seen that done much of against him. Expo under a lot of pressure right now. As we can see, my apologies for that, folks. I had no clue the match was actually started. So that means Affazipple is going to okay, never mind. So now the warm-up is over. My bad. That was the warm-up. Okay. I was panicking for a little bit. Okay, so the match will be officially getting started here now for Expo versus Affazipple. This is going to be quite an interesting one. As we can see, both very highly seeded players, but Affazipple, though, able to bring a lot of pressure in coming in from those setups from the opener, and also that T-spin triple there. Affazipple putting Expo under a lot of pressure, in danger of topping out here soon, as we can see. And now Affazipple going to be facing some pressure too from Expo as well. Expo doing a excellent job of down second as well, but there goes a bit of a mess drop there from the T piece, maybe costing Expo the match quite a little bit if Affazipple is able to capitalize on that mistake there from Expo. But it seems like it's not going to be enough, since Affazipple is also going to make a misdrop as well at the same time. Now both players kind of neck and neck, but Affazipple wants to make up for that with a quick T-spin triple and a T-spin double. There goes a quick cannon coming in from Affazipple, and this is going to be an intense matchup. As we can see, both players very close, but Affazipple with that 1-0 series lead so far. So maybe that momentum will be playing in Affazipple's favor, as we can see, applying some more pressure on Expo right now. Affazipple once again with a very low playing field. It is going to be a little bit cleaner on Affazipple's side. There goes another DT cannon there, a DT setup there coming in from Affazipple. There goes the DT right there once again, but it seems like that's not going to be enough, as Expo is going to kind of play quickly and downstack through the garbage, and that's going to be putting both players in a tied position. Both players kind of head to head with that matchup there, and now Affazipple going for the 1-0. My bad, that was the actual 1-0. So Affazipple was not in the lead, but now he is. My bad. So this is now a match point for Affazipple. It seems like Expo was trying to go and set up kind of the same opener that Affazipple does, but Affaz is going to do a bit of a misdrop there, unfortunately. So gonna mess up the combo there that Affazipple was going to try to set up. So now both players in a similar position right now, both kind of neck and neck in a sort of a tied playing field right now, as we can see. But Affazipple setting up a little bit more pressure coming in from the combo. That's gonna be set up right here. There goes a quick T-spin triple there, followed by a T-spin double once again, and that's gonna be putting on quite a bit of garbage onto Expo's grid. And now Expo in danger of topping out here soon. There goes a 2-0 there from Affazipple, and a GG, moving on into the semifinals. So now, Affazipple moving on into the semifinals versus Corona, and let's take a look at this at the matches here for lower brackets round number 3. Mystery and Dal. Let's see if that match has been reported. Dal is 2-1 versus Salubris, as we saw. That means Mystery and Dal, and then Expo and Fizzle will be also playing their respective matches as well. Deciding who is going to be playing for that quarterfinals match here in that bracket round number 4. So let's go for good old quarter finals coming up here next. So if we take a quick look here, we can stream Expo and Fizzle or Mystery and Dow if they have not played in their rooms yet. But if not, you know, they might as well just keep playing in their rooms. So that means this is these are 2 rooms left. Why is my music not playing? What the hell's going on here? What is going on? There we go. Just have to take a quick look there. Yeah, what's going on there with the music a little bit. But anyway, so here are the brackets here, folks. Might be taking a little bit of a break here, but Expo and Fizzle, Mystery and Dow. So Expo wants to eat, so I guess we'll let Expo eat. All right, so let's see. Expo is made it very clear that he needs to eat first, so you know, don't want to compete on an empty stomach. So let's allow Expo a few more bites. Oh. So Expo is going to be eating here once again, and it seems like Mystery and Dow have already went to their room. So we'll go ahead and wait for these matches to be played off again for this round number 3. We were going to stream one of them, but it seems like, you know, like I said, we don't want to have to force anyone to eat on an empty stomach. So yeah, anyway, y'all take a moment to get your popcorn, get your breakfast, or, you know, get your snacks going in. We'll take a quick intermission here, and once we get back, we'll be coming back into the quarterfinals of the lower brackets before moving on into the semifinals. So the quarterfinals will be coming up next once Expo comes back. Just make sure, you know, Fizzle, you just go ahead and play versus Expo, because we'll be on intermission anyway. But once we come back, folks, quarterfinals match will be coming up here next. All right, and we'll be right back after these messages. Oh, never mind. It seems like they're back. Never mind. GG. Hold on a second. Expo and Fizzle are actually going to be playing now. Seems like Fizzle with a huge PC clear there to open up. Whereas Fizzle, but Fizzle's going to be able to kind of play here immediately with that down stack combo. So we're actually going to be streaming this match here. My bad, folks. I didn't know that they were both in the lobby. Fizzle and Expo now kind of both neck and neck right now, but Expo is coming into the downside combos a little bit quicker there. A lot of pressure there. Expo moving on with the 1-0 series lead so far versus Fizzle. As we can see, and Expo once again with that huge spike coming in with that opener. I didn't see what opener that Expo used, unfortunately, but it seems like there's a lot more pressure now on Expo coming in from the reversal. Fizzle going to be able to reverse that damage with the down stack combos of his own there. But now both players kind of neck and neck. Fizzle looking to apply some more pressure with a very nice playing field. It seems like Fizzle's playing field is a lot cleaner. It's a bit lower, and there's more of sort of a clear a clear well to set up some combos for Fizzle, but now Expo is getting that clear well this time around with those with those single wells. Can set up a lot of Tetrises coming out down on a Fizzle's side. Now Fizzle is going to be putting on a lot of Fizzle's going to be putting on a lot of pressure there, and there goes the top out there from Explo. GG. Moving on into the quarterfinals. Let's go ahead and look at the tournament browser here once again. My bad there, folks. I thought we were gonna go to intermission. I'm like, oh wait, they're actually both back. So let me just set something up here. So now that means Explo moves on 2-0 versus Fizzle, just like that. And then we will have also Mystery versus Dow. I think that match is also reported. So let's go ahead and take a little bit of a look. Mystery is going to move on 2-1 versus Dow from that reported score. That means now in the quarterfinals, Explo versus Mystery coming up here. The 1 versus the 2 seed. Going to be a very interesting matchup. Now the only people left are the 3rd and 4th, as well as the 1st and 2nd seed. What a surprise there. But anyway, let's go back into the match there. So now we're in the quarterfinals of the lower brackets, quarterfinals of the tournament. So Expo Mystery coming up next. Unless Affizable and Corona want to play that match. Actually, no, yeah, we need Expo Mystery to play next. So let's see if they are both ready to go into this next match. So Explo and Mystery. Expo says, I am a tree. Let's figure out if that is indeed true in this next match. But I forgot one little thing. We forgot to change this title to tournament number 14. That was my bad. So Expo is ready to go, and they're gonna go for a bit of a warm up here. And boy, I'll tell you what, I cannot wait to eat and fill up my gas tank after this tournament. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna have I don't know, maybe some soup, get some lunch, a sandwich from one of my favorite restaurants here in my local town. And I don't know why I'm telling you folks that, but I'm excited to eat, and I hope y'all are too. Anyway, good luck, have fun to both Expo and Mystery. So here we go, Mystery and Expo coming up here with a similar kind of a similar setup here, similar opener as we can see, but Mystery is going to be able to set up a few more combos there with a double well, setting up that T-spin double on the right side of the grid. But Expo though setting up a bit more pressure on the Mystery right now, as we can see. Expo coming in a little bit stronger there, but now Mystery's going to be putting on a lot more pressure back on Expo's side, and this is going to be a close series. It's kind of neck and neck right now. Mystery kind of applying a lower playing field right now on Expo, putting Expo in some danger of topping out here soon. Well, this is going to be quite an intense match, as we can see. Now Mystery doing a huge down stack here on Expo, but that's not going to really do much, as Expo is also able to down stack and counterplay that on his own there, offsetting the damage coming from Mystery with the down stack combos of his own. So Expo with a huge spike there, almost setting up Mystery for a top out situation. And I may need to blow my nose again, but both players still kind of relatively close. I think it's going to really be coming down, as we have seen in some of the previous matches, to who can really wait clearly enough to punish that mistake, and who could capitalize on the moment the most when their opponent makes a mistake. You know, because usually, you know, at a high level like this, all it really comes down to is that one misdrop there, and once you make that mistake, it can be a devastating move for you if you have a terrifying opponent that can really take an instant of a moment to capitalize on a certain play or a particular play style, and really knows their matchups well. So opponents who really know their matchups and opponents who know how to capitalize are always going to be the most dangerous in these tournaments. So, going to be coming down to the wire here on that last on the last stretch when both players are kind of able to set up a counterplay. But it seems like there is no specific counterplay or huge combo that they have set up right now. It seems like they're both kind of waiting for a setup here that they can go with easily. But it seems like there is a desync coming in there from Mystery. Explo is going to ignore the desync coming in from Mystery. Still going to assume that Explo is under some pressure there. And there goes despite the desync, Explo is going to make... Oh, never mind. It seems like Mystery is also going to go with the lag, so that match unfortunately did not count. GG. Oh boy, so we're going to have to replay that match. That very long, intense match. From the server lag. Oh, never mind. It seems like they're still going to count it. 1-0 for Explo. So the lag actually came in after the match. So Explo is going to go in with a 1-0 lead, so that match does count for Explo. Both players still with a very low even playing field. It seems like Explo was going to try to set up for that T-spin triple, but the the setup was not there. Not get the overhang style that they wanted, but it seems like Explo going to be applying a bit more pressure on a Mystery. Now Mystery is looking for these combos once again, putting a lot more pressure right back on Explo as we can see here. But it seems like both players still kind of neck and neck. Going to be a very close match. There goes a nice T-spin double there coming in from Explo. Bit of a misdrop there as well. But it seems like Explo may be able to down stack through this, offsetting all the damage coming in from Mystery. with those down stack combos burning through the garbage pretty well. So not going to really make an impact on Explo. Those little spikes there don't really make an impact unless they are quick and consistent, or they are used to kind of punish a mistake from another player. But it seems like Mystery, though, like I said, being a little bit more quick and consistent. There goes a top out there for Mystery, and that's going to be a 1-1 series tie coming in. So now here is match point in this quarterfinals match for Mystery and Explo. As we can see, both players kind of still relatively close, but Mystery gonna jump off with a much of a cleaner lead coming in from that from the setup there, from the opener. And now Mystery gonna move on with a huge spike. There goes a 2-0 match lead, and BO5 is semifinals. So GG, Mystery moves on with a nice 2-1 matchup. So let's go back into the tournament browser. So with that being said, a nice match there. Thank you Tetris staff for getting up on that score. So now Mystery moves on to the semifinals. So now we go to the first match of the semifinals, which is going to be Apizipple versus Corona. And this is going to be quite an interesting match, as we can see here. And now with the semifinals, it is a best of 5. So make sure y'all remember that. Best of 5 matchup for the semifinals from here on out. Let's go back into the Tetris browser. Apizipple versus Corona, the first match of the semifinals. And let's see how this is going to play out. But as we know, Apizipple, a well-known player for those T-spin triple and a down stack setups. It's going to be quite interesting to see how Corona is able to counterplay through this, or set up a counterplay strategy against Apizipple. So now it is a best of 5 since we have entered the semifinals. So Apizipple, okay, so Apizipple is in the room now. We're just gonna wait for him to join up, and we can get this next match started. So here's a warm-up. It may be kind of a close match in the semifinals, so we'll be here for quite a while. You know, the warm-up doesn't tell you the whole story, of course, it never really does, but if you have a long warm-up, then it usually kind of tells you that the match, you can be expecting that match to be long. But yeah, anyway, it seems like Corona does have a similar sort of strategy. It seems like we're going to see kind of a fight fire with fire strategy here in this matchup in the semifinals. Corona, like I said, one of the newer players, newer competitors that we have in the Tetris Tuesday tournament series. So we're going to kind of see how Corona continues to fare out and develop strategies in the late rounds of the tournament. So I'm excited to see this. A good matchup. Good luck, have fun. So here we go immediately, as we can see AlphaZipple setting up for that T-spin triple setup there, followed into a T-spin double, and that's going to do a bit of damage, but Corona is not going to be you know, really impressed by that. That seems like Corona is going to be down stacking through that pretty well, and now AlphaZipple's on the other end of that damage here, as we can see a quick Tetris followed by a T-spin double from Corona, setting off a lot of pressure on AlphaZipple right now. Corona setting up for a another 3-wide combo there, as we can see, and now it turns into kind of a 4-wide, mini 4-wide there, back into a T-spin double. These are some, it's kind of a wide variety of playstyle for Corona, pulling some things out of the bag that that you usually kind of don't really expect. So I guess kind of an advantage from Corona, as we can see here throughout these matches, with a lot of variety, but still with that huge miss drop there, unfortunately. Corona with a miss drop there, going to cost him a match. AlphaZipple moving on 1-0 in the series, but it is a BO5, and now AlphaZipple going to set up for that nice T-spin triple and a double, but Corona is not going to be damaged by that, coming in with the counter plays himself. It seems like Corona going to set up for just a single well, coming in for the Tetris, and now AlphaZipple setting up the fractals, and that's something that we see very often from AlphaZipple in that playing style. But now Corona being a little bit more consistent, setting up a lot of pressure on the AlphaZipple. There goes the top out there. 1-1 series tie. Quite a series that we can see here right now. Very close versus Corona, between Corona and AlphaZipple, but Corona just kind of able to get to the combos a little bit quicker. AlphaZipple delaying a little bit too much there, and going to cost him the match there from the delayed time, trying to set up that combo there. But Corona nonetheless not going to be phased this time once again by the opening combos coming in from AlphaZipple on that end. And now Corona setting up a lot of pressure onto AlphaZipple, and AlphaZipple is returning the favor with a lot of pressure of his own, setting on a lot of garbage onto Corona. But now Corona with a nice with a cleaner playing field right now, could take advantage and capitalize on the situation if Corona does not downstack here cleanly enough. But it seems like both players kind of neck and neck right now. A very close match, as we can see. Corona going to set up for 2 Tetrises into another T-spin double, but that is not going to do enough for AlphaZipple, since you know, since Alphaz is very close, very quick with those downstack combos, able to counter punch very well from the garbage that is being sent. Now AlphaZipple is going to set up for another T-spin double onto T-spin triple and a T-spin double. There goes another T-spin double here once again onto a T-spin triple. Some nice DT setups there, as we can see, a few quick doubles, but that is not going to do well enough for Corona. So this is going to be a close match. It seems like, you know, very close signature combos are not going to work here, and this matchup is going to have to come down to, you know, kind of punishing mistakes once again. Now, like I said, the series is tied 1-1 so far, so we can expect this to be quite a long series between these two. But AlphaZipple under a little bit of pressure. Corona now taking a bit of the lead with the playing field right now, setting up a bit more lines, but now they're both neck and neck. AlphaZipple just not really buying it, you know, using that allotted time that Corona cannot set up to capitalize on that, to go ahead and set up a nice down stack and do some counter playing. It seems like AlphaZipple doing a great job of burning some garbage here and making it count against his opponent. As we can see, even though Corona trading some blows here as well. Both players kind of doing a great job of countering each other with similar playstyles. Like I said, kind of fighting fire with fire, that kind of method, as we see going on now. Corona kind of leading away a little bit with the playstyle. This is a very long match, a very long match, as we can see here. We're not even in the finals yet. We're only in the first match of the semifinals here still. So this is going to be quite a match to see. And now Corona into a bit of danger here. After could be moving on to match point. My goodness, this is a very close match. It seems like it is not going to end. Very kind of a stalemate at this point. Both players playing, like I said, a very similar playing style with close skill set. So it's going to have to come in who can spike the most once a mistake comes up. So I guess they're waiting for the setup there, waiting for the mistake to come in. But After is under some a bit more danger. Both players are a bit too matched in speed and skill. Really, when you see players this close match in speed or skill, it does become difficult to decide a victor in the match. After though setting up a few more fractals here versus Corona, but it seems like that's not going to be too effective here in this matchup, as Corona now is setting up some more pressure, and After still not effective from Corona's side. Both of these players trying to set up some quick consistent combos, but it seems like being quick and consistent isn't enough. As their combos don't really do their combos are not really effective against each other. So you kind of have that point in the match where it's a stalemate like this, and you can have to, it becomes a winning game to see who makes the misdrop first, or who's able to kind of make that spike once somebody gets greedy. So gonna have to wait for that punishing mistake there. And there we go, the huge spike coming in from Corona, moving on 2-1, a 247-second match. So that is damn near, that is a 3-minute match in total right there. And now we're going to move on. This is match point for Corona, a 2-1 series lead. Can Corona use that momentum, or will After make this a total best of 5 series coming into this match? So let's go and find out what the case will be. After with a little bit of a misdrop here. So can Corona capitalize on that mistake? It seems like Corona's not going to be able to do that, unfortunately. So now both players kind of still at a stalemate once again, tied neck and neck, and it seems like there is no damage that can really be very effective against each player. But now Corona just trying to set up some quick combos. There goes After, a little bit of danger here, but that garbage looks very clean. So After is going to be just be able to easily down stack through this and burn through that garbage. So like I said, just kind of a stalemate, not a lot to look for, rather than a mistake to punish there, or just that specific moment when the opponent is not expecting. Just like that, After makes it the series. Makes the series tied again. Now here's match point for both players. A lot on stake. A lot is on stake. A lot is on the lines here to see who's going to be moving on to the finals. But they can still do a nice rematch. Looks like this match may be coming into a rematch here into the finals. A very close match. Probably the closest match. This is the closest match up today. Of today's tournament by far. Moving into a total best of 5 series. We usually do not see a total series go the distance until the finals. But now After kind of wanting to run away with that triple cheeseman and double cheeseman right there. There goes a huge top out there. A combo at the end there from the signature cheeseman triple setup coming in from After with a 3-2 series win. GG. After moving on into his very first finals appearance. GG there for After, moving on into the finals. Like I said, the very first finals appearance there for After, so this is going to be quite interesting to see. So that means Corona and Mystery now moving on into the second match of the semifinals to see who is going to be moving on into the finals match up versus After. This is going to be one for the ages, folks. A lot at stake here. So none of these players have ever won. I don't think any of these players have ever won a Tetris Tuesday tournament before. So there is quite a lot at stake, since this will be a first time tournament win, tournament championship for many of these players here. So a lot is on stake. There's a lot on the lines here. So cannot wait to see who's going to come out on top coming to these finals. So this is probably one of the most hype finals as we can see, as a new champion has the opportunity to be crowned today. Will it be Alpha Zipple, Mystery, or Corona? It looks like this is going to be quite an intense matchup here. But now Corona and Mystery are going to be fighting in the semifinals to see who's going to be fighting in the finals to face off versus Alpha Zipple. Like I said, a lot is at stake here. I don't think any of these players have ever won a I don't think, yeah, so none of these players have ever won a Tetris championship before. So that means we do have a guaranteed first time champion here in the Tetris Tuesday tournament number 14. So a lot at stake here, a lot to play for, and let's see how this match goes on. We're waiting for Corona to join the match of the second semifinals. So we're waiting for Corona to join us here very soon, so we can get this next match started. And Mystery and Corona coming up next. Will it be a rematch for the finals from Corona, or will Mystery take the lead to go into the very first well, this is not Mystery, this will not be Mystery's first finals appearance, but it will be probably Corona's first finals appearance. This is already Alpha Zipple's first finals appearance. So many players making a quite a bit of a statement here. They want to win. A lot of them, you know, putting a lot on the lines here to win this tournament today, and we'll walk away with a very special amount of pride and enterprise here. So anyway, the warm-up is now going underway for Mystery and Corona. So once we get back from that, we'll kind of take a look at how the match will be played out. So the warm-up is over. Good luck, have fun. The second and final match of the semifinals to see who will be winning today's Tetris Tuesday tournament. Mystery versus Corona. Here we go. The semifinals match is going underway, and it seems like Mystery with a bit of a mess drop, so not able to set up a clean opener. Corona going for a 3-wide combo, as we can see early on in the match. That's going to be an interesting setup versus Mystery, but it seems like that's not going to really be enough to set up a lot of damage on a Mystery, since Mystery is able to downstack through this pretty well. But there goes the miss drop there from the T-piece, and that 3-wide setup is going to set up a first match win, 1-0 series lead from Corona, making this quite an interesting series to see. Corona really wants to get that rematch set up here versus Mystery. I don't know where the music went there. It's gonna see what's going on here. Okay, here we go. So anyway, Mystery there once again tops out 2-0. Not expecting to have a 2-0. Corona is already at match point there from that huge stack, huge combo there. Mystery with that misdrop in the second match, so Mystery is in danger of topping out here. So we may be looking at oh, this is not my bad, Alpha Zipple's second finals appearance. So that was definitely a misjudgment for me. Another misdrop here coming in from Mystery, and that could be a 3-0 semifinals round sweep there from Corona onto Mystery there. Oh, Mystery was lagging, but he is going to give the matchup nonetheless to Corona, so it's all good though. Very well played there from Mystery in the semifinals. So now we will be moving on into a finals match here to see who will be winning their very first Tetris Tuesday tournament series championship here in the finals here today. Let's look at the tournament browser here once again. We do have 2 first-timers here in the finals. So that means with Corona moving on to a 3-0 matchup, that means Corona and Alpha Zipple will be going in for a finals rematch to see who will win their very first Tetris Tuesday championship. So here we go. Who is going to be the Lionel Messi, the Neymar Jr. of today's tournament? Let's find out in the finals there. They're going to go for a quick warm-up here. So it is a best of 5, like I said, in this finals matchup. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, how this goes in a way. It's going to be another long series, a long, drawn-out series. So y'all get your popcorn ready, get your snacks and your drinks, because we're going to be here for quite a while once again in this finals match. It seems like there is a radio contact here in the background music. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, there we go. A lot of loud noises. Okay, so back to the match here. As we can see, Afizable versus Corona. Moving on to the first match of the semifinals, of the finals. Afizable in putting Corona under a lot of pressure there. There goes the 1-0 series lead coming in already from Afizable with that huge spike, 18-line set there. Corona not having enough time to kind of play that matchup there. So Afizable is going to be moving on. I want to know, leading the series already. Not something that we've seen in the semifinals, so this is an interesting matchup, as we can see. An interesting rematch as Afizable. Oh, there goes a huge spike there. Probably a PC there coming in from Corona. And Afizable with a miss drop there as well. Not going to be too much there. And that's going to be a 1-1 series tie. 1-1 series tie coming in already. And already, folks, we do have a series. Both some very quick first matches there. And now there is a lot at stake for both players. It seems like Corona, though, able to get to the stack a little bit quicker. Afizable, though, putting a lot of pressure onto a Corona's side of the grid there. Afizable, though, having to be forced to down stack here just a little bit from Corona's garbage, as we can see. And now Afizable with a huge playing field advantage from those Tetrises. A lot of pressure onto Corona, a lot of garbage here. Can Corona down stack through this? That's going to be a lot of garbage. That might be it for Corona there. Unless they can down stack and tuck in the eyepiece. That's going to be it, though, folks. There's a 2-1 series lead there for Afizable. From that match, there was no way to counterplay through that. Afizable setting off a huge downset combo, counter playing through that well, and now we have a match point for Afizable in the finals here, folks. So Afizable in a huge momentum advantage here, and a series advantage, going 2-1 right now. Can Afizable build off of the momentum, or will Corona tie the series once again? Corona, though, putting on a lot of pressure back on Afizable, not going to be going down there too easily. Afizable is under some pressure from Corona early on. Corona being able to set up the opening combo here early on versus Afizable, but it seems like Afizable, though, still managing to hang on there with those downside combos, burning through the garbage very efficiently, not letting himself get topped out here too soon. So that was a big advantage there early on from Corona, setting off those combos, a lot of pressure. But now it seems like Afizable is going to reverse that pressure right back onto Corona's grid there. We don't see a lot of misdrops coming in, except for right there, Afizable with a bit of a misdrop there from the T-piece, but going to be able to just play through that and really use that to an advantage instead, making that a T-spin well. But it seems like Afizable, though, in some danger of topping out here once again, being able to, regardless, to down stack here once again. Afizable not going to be able to be topped out here that quickly. As we can see, the down stack combos are insane coming in from Afizable, being very quick to burn through the garbage and not let a play be made. It seems like Corona's counterplay efforts are not going to be coming up too well, but there goes the huge spike there once again. Very consistent low T-spin doubles there, and now we have a series once again, 2-2. There goes a tied series. The series is tied. Afizable coming on quickly, sitting off leading the match, but now the series is tied. Here we go, the last match of the finals. It is match point for both players, and now AlphaZippo might be going with a bit of a match. It seems like the T-spin double there, that setup did not go too well for AlphaZippo, so gonna have to be forced to settle for a double instead. And nonetheless, still be able to make the playing field very low for himself. AlphaZippo probably under a little bit of pressure here versus Corona, but Corona though still able to put some more pressure. Could be trying to set up for AlphaZippo for a top out here early on, and now AlphaZippo under some pressure here that was almost it there, but now it seems like AlphaZippo is in some danger of topping out here soon. Needs to keep that playing field low and consistent here and burn through the garbage if they want to stay in the match there. And there goes a huge reversal coming in from AlphaZippo back on the Corona. Both players kind of neck and neck, and there goes a bit of a misdrop there from AlphaZippo, but Corona is not able to capitalize on that mistake there. As we can see, AlphaZippo with some very clean garbage, a huge well down the middle to set up some quick Tetrises into a T-spin double combo there, as we can see. And there goes the two Tetrises there. Once again, Corona is in a bit of danger here. Can AlphaZippo set up a nice huge combo there back on Corona? AlphaZippo still setting up the pressure here on the field, to Corona's playing field, but it seems like Corona able to downstack through that from the garbage. Single wells, very clean garbage, so not going to be too devastating for Corona to counterplay from. So here we go once again. Here comes the fractal setup here coming in from Corona. There goes two T-spin doubles there from the fractals, but it's not going to really do much for him, as AlphaZippo is still able to keep a low playing field, able to downstack and anticipate those moves coming in from Corona. So it seems like both players not being really too aggressive right now, just waiting for the combos to come to them from the garbage. Now Corona is not does not have the cleanest garbage, but still able to downstack through that efficiently. A quick T-spin double there coming in from Corona, and AlphaZippo almost setting up a huge spike there from the combos, but still, there we go. There goes a bit of a T-spin triple there from AlphaZippo, not able to set up the double T-spin, unfortunately. And there goes a misdrop there from AlphaZippo that might cost him the match there. A misdrop from the T-spin, sorry, not the T-spin, but the T-piece there, the S-piece I mean, and that's going to be a GG. Corona is going to make the very first Finals Tetris Tuesday Championship Grand Supreme Champion. Both players not making very many finals appearances, but for the first time, Corona is now a first-time Tetris Tuesday Championship. As champion, I mean, my bad. Let's give it up for your new Tetris Tuesday champion, Corona. With a very close rematch in the finals. But in the end, Corona able to put on a lot of pressure there from the last minute. And hello as well, Anna. My bad, I didn't see you there. There's a very close match coming back and forth. But nonetheless, that is the tournament there. So don't leave yet, folks, as we have to announce a few things here. But let's look at the tournament browser here once again. AlphaZippo coming in, Corona coming in with a nice 3-2 series win there versus Corona. So let's look at the tournament browser. And let's make this official now, folks. We're going to end the tournament here. And your official champion is Corona, but we've had some very excellent play there from AlphaZippo, coming up as a runner-up. A second place tournament finish there from AlphaZippo. So some excellent play, though. It could have gone either way in this matchup. It was very close. Also, Mystery doing a great job despite facing some heavy lag issues. We had a very very insane tournament, very intense tournament today. So, I want to thank all the players for coming out today, all the new followers and the host for joining us today, and also Diamond Jeans. I know you are it seems like you are probably a new viewer as well. So thank you for joining us here today in the Tetris Tuesday event. So, for those of you who don't know, let's not don't leave just yet. I'm gonna make a few announcements. We're live every Tetris Tuesday at 2 p.m. PST and Splatter Days starting from 4 p.m. PST every Saturday on Splatter Days as well. But make sure you follow the Twitter page at Variety TV to follow us on Twitter and see when we go live. Check up to be up to date with some of the announcements and whatnot. But also, if you want to check out the Discord page for VTV, make sure you check on the link that I put there from !Discord. It's also in the channel there as well. Also, be sure to check out some of the great Variety TV casters there. As you can see, the team page is displayed there. As you can see there, team page is displayed on the channel. So check out some of the great Variety TV casters that you see, and they are always you can always stay up to date with that as well. So anyway, like I said, we're not going just yet, folks. But yeah, so with that being said, we have a huge event coming up, so make sure you stay up to date with the events in the announcements page on Discord. And also make sure you just join the Discord, stay up to date as well, as we'll be announcing things. We have a huge event that we do every 6 months that's going to be coming up. It's one of the two biggest events that we have here at VTV, so it is going to be very hype. You know, there's going to be a lot of hype surrounding it, so it's not an event that you want to miss. So that announcement will be coming, like I said, either this week or next week, as well as the website announcement for VTV. So all that is coming up really soon, so you got to be sure to check up on the Discord announcements. Also, one more thing that we're doing this month: if you're on the Discord server, make sure you check the polls, please. On the announcements tech channel, we have a poll for Smash Ultimate as an event to be streamed here. So vote on whether or not we should have a Smash event every week here on the channel, please. 13 votes is not enough out of the nearly 200 people we have in this Discord community. So 13 votes is we're gonna need a little bit more than that to get a Smash event going, because if we don't, then we're gonna have to just table that event and save it for another day. So anyway, that poll is important. We need feedback from the community as well if we want to give you folks, if we want to give the lovely people of this community, what they want to see and what they want to participate in. It's both ways with that communication. So if you can all respond to that poll, it'll help us out quite a lot. Anyway, with that being said, folks, thank you so much for the lovely compliments and whatnot. Diamond Jeans as well. Tetris Tuesday is indeed wild. We hope to see you all here every week. As you can see, the time is posted right here on my screen right now. Also, if you want to chat with the host or the commentator, who is me, FD907, you can do so on Discord, or you can PM me on Twitch here. I am active to respond to messages and whatnot. But anyway, enough of that. With that being said, folks, we're gonna go into a raid now, a VTV raid. So that means after every single raid, we have a tradition where we raid one of our Variety TV casters here, part of the Variety TV team in the casting crew. So please, everyone, join me in raiding a lovely caster, part of VTV. Let's see who's online right now, and we're gonna go ahead and show them some love with a very lovely raid. So, who do we have online right now? We have Mr. Terminal Heart MK2 is streaming, is a VTV caster streaming some Blast Corps. I never played that game before. Looks like it's insane. So make sure you join me in that raid for Terminal Heart MK2. So another VTV caster, I recommend you check him out. Pretty funny, great caster to watch. But join me in summoning a VTV raid to that channel using the purple bleed and Twitch raid emotes there. Anyway, folks, until next time, join me for the raid, and we'll see you next time on Tuesday, 2 p.m. PST for Tetris Tuesday live VTV. All right, folks, y'all have an amazing Tuesday, and we will see you next week.